I think often about how God created us as creative beings. And that could look like a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily mean you're an artist or a musician. I mean, so much of work and discoveries and inventions, it's all creative. And I see this initially in Genesis, in the book of Genesis, before the fall, where God created everything and then had Adam name the animals. And like whatever Adam named them, that was its name. I think there's a continuation of that kind of partnership. I think it manifests in something as simple as what we decide to do for work. Sometimes people feel like a heavy weight of responsibility to figure out what it is that God wants them to do for work. And I think there are principles that God wants to see in us about how we work. But in terms of whether, we're a plumber or an electrician, I think for most people, that is not something that God wants to dictate to us, but that us discovering what brings us joy and where we can creatively contribute the most, I think that's part of the creativity that God has put within us.